Hey, Johnny Roberts, I'm back for another great episode, and we're talking about the power of zero in this little mini series. How's the day treating you?
Oh, so good, man. And so good. It's been wonderful up here in Michigan. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm down in Kentucky, and the Derby's almost here, and things spring has sprung, and so it is glorious. Can't wait. And
Yes.
the other glorious thing that we want to talk about today is how to give money to kids without reporting it to Uncle Sam. How can we do that? Because we're doing this mini series around the power of zero, and today we want to talk about the power of zero of giving money to your children. Talk to us about that, and what are some strategies that you can help your clients with about giving some money away?
So basically, there's doing giving the recipient,
Yeah,
recipient,
easy for you to say. Yeah.
la, 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 and the giver,
How about the giver and the receiver?
giver and receiver. It's $19,000 a year or 38,000 for a married couple is the bottom line, without you having to report it to the IRS. So if we stay at 19,000 or under, or if it's a married couple and each of you do 19,000, which would total 38, you don't have to file this IRS form 709, which is like the form you got to use if you're giving more than that.
Okay.
Okay. So we want to know, how do we help our kids or grandkids or whatever? We'll begin to give them some money, because if you give them, I was just talking to a client, they're like, we wanted to give our kids $100,000. Well, let's divide that up, right?
Yeah.
Over a few years, or then you're reporting to the IRS and you got other things going on. So having that plan, the power zero, right? How do I control what I have to pay the IRS, what I have to tell the IRS, the government?
Yeah.
Following some of these guidelines and rules will help you. And so
That's right.
knowing that ahead of time before we just like, let's just do all this. If we can split it up and spread it out, that's the way to go,
Yeah.
you know, and
And but
utilize
that's
that.
Johnny.
Um, because
I just think that that's one reason people need to work with you is you and your team, you know, all these rules, the IRS rules and strategies that they've put in place. So it's totally legal and legit to do this. It's just that the normal person like me, we don't even know those things exist. So we would say, yeah, I want to help you out. I want to do this. And there's a better way to make that happen.
Oh, absolutely. Just like we just had Shelly for the last few weeks, and she was very helpful. She's someone that helps out our team and is a part of our organization to help our clients out. So knowing these tax rules and not just haphazardly doing things, right? How do I make the power of zero work for me? How do I not have to get the Uncle Sam or the IRS involved with my finances? And how can I make it so that I control everything that I can? Following some of these guidelines, the charitable giving rules, man, using life insurance. That's another one because that's tax free. You
That's
know,
right.
now
We're going to talk
obviously it
about that
goes,
in the next episode.
yeah, it goes to them at death or whatever. But man, if we're just talking about how do I leave them money, set things up for them, man, that's another tax-free vehicle right there. So following these rules and guidelines, if legacy and giving to your kids and grandkids and all that's important, man, remember, let's follow those principles. No lose, no pay more than I have to in taxes. Zero, zero, zero loss, zero taxes. That's what we need to try to accomplish, and we try to help people do because everyone
Yep,
loves that. You know, they're like, well, I didn't make 10% of my money, but I never lose money. That's more powerful.
it
Um,
is.
Keeping your money instead of giving it to Uncle Sam, that's more powerful, right?
That's
So
right.
that zero is a big principle. Zero is a powerful word in the financial world. People don't think of it. They think, well, zero, this is why zero is these
Yeah,
particular reasons. And
absolutely.
ultimately, it gives you peace of mind and helps you accomplish your goals. So
Yeah.
$19,000 is the bottom line on one aspect of it, to be able to do some giving to help your family out. So don't haphazardly just start writing checks and doing everything. Get a plan set up, which we try to help people do, and using our accountant Shelly and other things like that to make sure people are following what they need to do to pay zero in taxes and never lose their money. So
Yeah.
that's
And Johnny,
kind of where
I
we're
tell
at
you,
with a lot of folks because that's important to them.
It is. And it sounds too good to be true. And I'm telling you, folks, as you're listening to this, I know it sounds too good to be true. I was skeptical a number of years ago. And then I started doing the research. I read the books like Johnny's book and other books that are out there. And I went, this is crazy. This is how the Rockefellers and other people structure their lives. They don't do things haphazardly, they do it very on purposely. And they have somebody that they work with, like Johnny, who can help you understand this concept of the power of zero. No losses, no taxes, no worries. It is possible. It's totally legal and legit. The IRS has written the code, and as long as you follow that code, you're okay. Johnny and his team know the code. So call them, sit down with them, and talk about this. And if you want to help your kids out, I don't know of a better way than to give them some money now. Don't wait until you die to give them all the money. Do it now while they're struggling when they've got young kids or something, but work with Johnny so that you can transfer. What'd you say for a married couple up to $38,000 a year this year? No taxes.
Yeah, if you follow, yeah, 19,000 person
Wow.
in a married couple, and that's kind of how you want to follow them. And follow these rules, learn what they are, get yourself set up, help yourself, help be a blessing to your family as well. When we're doing something that helps ourselves, it doesn't mean we're doing it selfishly. We want to keep all the money we can so we can give as much as we can, right?
Yes.
Why pay something to somebody that doesn't need it, like Uncle Sam, which makes my gift less valuable,
Right.
whether it's to your kids or church or charity or whatever it may be. So
Yeah.
that's the principle we should try to follow. Zero,
Absolutely.
very powerful word.
Zero. Yeah, I loved it a few years ago, Johnny, when the stock market wasn't doing so well and we had some down years. I was excited when I got my report back and I had earned zero that year. And I actually rejoiced because all of my friends had
That's right.
lost money and they were commiserating about, oh, I was down 19% and I was down 22%. And I was like, zero. It was a great, great year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man.
So it does. The zero is a great number, and we're going to come back next time. You mentioned it in this episode, life insurance. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but also we're going to talk about zero when it comes to like Roth IRAs and how people can move into a Roth IRA. So those are some tactics and strategies you've got that we're going to talk about next time when we come back. We're talking about the power of zero. So we'll see you next week for that episode.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then. Thanks, Mike.